Astrology was an academic subject in Europe up until the 17th century, so if you were a student here at Magdalen until then, you would have studied astrology. This 16th century book is one of my favourites in the entire old library. It's famous for its volvels, which are basically paper computers that help you to calculate the positions of the stars to help cast horoscopes. Dragons had a special role in Renaissance astrology. Basically, a dragon was thought to be stretched out across the heavens with the position of its head and tail being about as important as the positions of the planets for astrology. The last thing I want to show you is the sky volvel, and this volvel smashes together all of the constellations in the heavens into one frame. And a fun thing about this one is if you look behind, you can actually make calculations for 9,000 years in the past and also 5,000 years into the future. This book is called Micrographia, and it was a really exciting book in the 17th century because it allowed people to see really tiny things like insects or the tip of a pencil up close for the first time. One really fun thing about this book is that the scientist who made it really struggled to get his insects to stay still, and he tried a bunch of different techniques, but what really worked was to soak them in brandy until he had, as he put it, knocked them down dead drunk. The illustrations in this book were taken from studies under a microscope, just like this giant flea. It's ironic that this book came out in 1665 because that was the year of the Great Plague of London when, unbeknownst to people at the time, fleas were responsible for spreading the plague. The scientist described the flea as a little soldier because he thought that it looked like it was wearing a suit of armor. This beautiful book is a collection of medical recipes from Renaissance England. In this period, healthcare started in the home, and it was the responsibility of the female head of the household to collect various recipes for treating ailments of the body. This particular collection was passed between about half a dozen people who all added to its contents. And some of its recipes contain ingredients that seem pretty strange to us, so for example, deer's bones, and some are frankly just mythical, like the horn of a unicorn, for example. But in these cases, the recipes were really playful and creative, so cute little jokes for whoever read the book next to stumble across. The tightness of the binding and the aging of the leather has meant that it shrunk into the shape of a heart. This is a survey of the Microcosm, and it's an anatomy book from the 17th century, and our copy has been coloured in by one of its past owners. What's special about this book is its movable flaps that allow you to see layers of the body, so of organs, of vessels, and of bones. It's important that this book has depictions of women's bodies because it was the norm at the time to show male bodies. And if anatomy books did show a female body, they were usually artfully draped or sometimes even censored after publication. Women's bodies were really important to early anatomy because understanding the secrets of women was crucial to understanding reproduction and therefore to also improving birth rates. The female body was seen as mysterious, and the uterus came to symbolize the limits of medicine. There's a myth that the church forbade dissections, but this isn't actually true. Dissections were compulsory for medical students, and people have been doing autopsies for at least 1,000 years, including on women's bodies.